Hi, it's Vex, and today we zoomed in the camera all the way as far down as I can get it, and we want to talk about counterfeit cards. That's why we zoomed in so much. These are some counterfeit cards I got off of TCG Players. That's right. So it's actually from the same seller. So maybe the seller's selling counterfeits. I've contacted TCG Player about this seller. Anyways, counterfeiting nowadays is getting really good. If you've seen Rudy's channel with this little pointer thing, which I have one as well, counterfeits are easy to tell. But now if you look at the card, wow, they are like I really had to go in to figure out that these are counterfeits. So let's just talk about this is an old school card, reserve list, time spiral. Definitely they want to counterfeit because this fetches a high value, and a very powerful commander card. So what we'll do is we'll talk about this time spiral first, right? This is a counterfeit, but if you look at it closely, wow, it looks real. And I actually have a real one. I have my Niv Mizzet deck. It's in there. So I'm going to flip through here, hopefully find my time spiral somewhere. Should be in the blue section. Time spiral. Okay, so I have one here. And I also have, this is my old school box here. I've been collecting a bunch of reserve list cards, so that's why I bought this time spiral. So not this box. Sorry about that. Next box. So let's see here. If you can look here, you can see like it's all in order. So right there, get to the time spiral. So I have where is it? I have another time spiral. So I have two total time spirals, and I wanted to buy a third one. I actually want to get a fourth one eventually, so I can build, like High Tide deck or something cool in Legacy. This is the fake. This is the real. Let me go get a double sleeve and let you see it in a sleeve. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So this is how I sleeve, right? I have my inner sleeve, which is KMC, perfect fit. Link in, if you want to get some, the link's in the description below. And I have my Dragon Shield, just classic black. This is in the deck right here. So if you look, you put this in a sleeve. That's how the seller sold it, right? They sold it inner sleeve and outer sleeve. So if you put it side by side with these time spirals, you just can't tell the difference. The coloring is very, very close, almost like eerily accurate. The text is a little different, but not too different. Like if you look, text is so close. Let's just put this time spiral aside here. Let's look at the two time spirals. This is the real one. This is the fake one. So if you look right here, the text is a little bit different, right? But if you look at it alone, it just looks real. Like by itself, it looks so real. The picture looks very good. Now, what gave this away is the card feel, right? One of the things that gave it away is the card feel, because if you look at it, look at the back here. They try to make it like, moderately played by messing with it a little bit. I think the font is a teeny bit darker here. So if you look at the back, how the edge wear is, it's not like the edge wear on a regular Magic card. It actually, using a tool here, it puffs up a little bit here, so it goes up. So that's not regular edge wear. The feel is a little bit different than Magic card, but man, it looks so real. I think they're getting really, really good. In a couple years, you could almost not tell the difference. Another way I did is I have a loop, a jeweler's loop here. So I turn this thing on, look through the lens here, and it is missing a, if you look here closely in the real one, it has a solid black line. So what happens is it's got a, the three colors, magenta, yellow, and magenta, yellow, and blue are different print lines, and black is another print, but they have a secondary black layer that they print. So this line is a straight black line, no rosette pattern on there. And this one's missing that straight black line. Right here, they use the four color, the black dot printer instead of the black straight printer. Like this stuff is printed from a black screen, not in dots. Like this is solid. So if you look through a loop, this would be a solid. sometimes like in here, if you look through like a solid black piece like this, there's dots. So that's one way to tell. And another trick I learned very recently is right here. This green symbol here, right in that white area right there. Let me see if I can get closer here. This white area right here. There should be 4 red dots. And that was from the original screen that they still use today, or a replica of the original screen that has those 4 red dots. Extremely hard to reproduce on a printer. So when you magnify here, there's not like a 4 red dots in an L shape. It's just like a bunch of red dots. So they don't have the green dot test. That's what they call the green dot test. I didn't bend it because I didn't need to, because I know it felt fake. But wow, look at that. Does that look real or what? Anyway, so I'm gonna return this. I've notified TCG that, hey, the seller's selling me fake stuff. And let's put this aside here. Let's move on to this fake Fierce Guardianship. Now this one looks even more real than Time Spiral, because this is printed last year, so they're using new printing technologies. And I own the card. I have a whole stack of cards. I've been collecting a lot of Fierce Guardianships, so I have a lot of real ones to compare. Let's take one of them here. So if you look at them both, the text is almost spot on. Like if you look at this text and look at this card, it's just like they look alike, right? If I were to like hide this and like mix it around here and put it back, my question is, can you tell the difference between real and fake? And in a sleeve, you put this in a sleeve, and put this, like double sleeve it here, you can never tell. I mean, you can't tell. The reason I can tell is the feel, right? The back does not have a magic feel. If you look, it's got this weird, whatever, textured ridge shape or whatever, but I'm reflecting off my light here. But if you look at this, it's like a more smooth. So the feel is much different. But again, if you put it in a sleeve, you wouldn't know. I also did the same green dot test right here. It failed. Green dot test. And then another thing is that these lines right here, like this line here, this line, and the line around the set symbol is from the black solid. I'm not sure. It's like different layers of printing. It's not the 4-color dot printing like the rosette pattern that you would get here. It's a solid black printing, just like the text here is solid black. This is solid black, and that's solid black. If you look at here, it's from the border here, and the border here is from the rosette printer. It has dots, so if I can get really close, I'm not sure if I can zoom in that close, but so right here, it's not real. It's not like a really solid line, but in the real one here, it's a solid line here. So I just want to talk to. We'll see if I can get this back in focus. There it is. That you gotta be very, very diligent. Even new cards will have fakes. Old cards, we know. Hey, if I'm buying a Time Spiral, I better check it if it's real. Most people, when they buy Fierce Guardianship, they're just like, okay, sure. I'm just gonna buy it. I put it in my double sleeve. Sometimes it comes in a double sleeve pack, so you have no feel. Because a lot of sellers will do that nowadays, and they actually put it they'll actually double sleeve it for you. So what you do is I don't know what most people do, but I assume that most people, what they do is just take this out. Take this out of the sleeve, keep the inner sleeve, and just put it in their own sleeve, and therefore they'll never know it's fake or not. I imagine that there's literally hundreds of thousands of these fake ones, Fierce Guardianships out there. After this moment, like I'm used to old fake cards like Time Spiral, and I always check, but I've never checked real cards. But now I'm gonna check all my real cards for authenticity, because wow, they have gotten really good. Like really, really good. They're not there yet. But I mean, with the naked eye, I could barely tell that it's fake. And the only reason I could tell it's fake sometimes is because the feel. But like once I get the feel down, because I have so many of these cards, like I can compare, right? You can compare the right here. If you look at the set symbol, some of these things aren't sized correctly. Right there. The text is so good, and I believe the text is not the rosette. It is printed on the same, like, solid printing as this. The bottom is a little thick right here on the white, but I see a bunch of, see how this text is a little thicker, but man, they are getting the font down so quick. See that white is a little thicker. Eventually, hopefully, there never comes a day where you cannot tell the difference. But wow, I think we have hit a point where it's just, to the average person, they can't tell the difference. This is my other time spiral here, and luckily I had the same card. If I didn't have the same card, I'd have to rely on the loop. Here, I recommend, if you do start collecting reserve list cards, get yourself a jeweler's loop. It's one of the most important things you need, like 60x zoom. You can see things that you would normally see by looking at it. You definitely can. I think the last resort, the last thing that counterfeiters probably cannot get right is that green dot test right here, because it's 4 tiny red dots. Like you literally have to get pixel perfect to get those 4 tiny red dots right there in that green, the green magic dot. But once you're able to get the paper right, the text right, that's probably your last check. And then, unfortunately, I think they've gotten the blue paper. There's a blue paper inside. Like these things pass the light test now, so light test is not that useful. Yeah, I'm really upset because this seller has probably sold fake merchandise to so many people, made thousands, tens of thousands, made $100,000 just selling stuff like this. Or this to people, but I'm reporting the TCG player. Hopefully, they can find a good solution. Ban that player. If any player is caught selling a bunch of fakes, they ban them and then just fine them or something. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. I just want to talk about this subject, because it's running rampant right now, and want to educate the public a little bit. Anyways, if you enjoyed my video, give the video a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I have my TCG Player affiliate link in the description below. But again, be very diligent on detecting if cards are real or faked. And as always, have a wonderful day.